Hi! I'm the Jackalope. I'm continuing my little rant about what I'd like to see in the next Smash Bros. Remember, this is an opinionated video. If you don't like what I'm saying, feel free to tell me in the comments below, but don't get angry. There's no reason for that. Now, the next group is a little more difficult to describe. First off, there are two characters I haven't gone about. And they are Mr. Game & Watch and Rob, because I can't group them anything else. Mr. Game & Watch is a character. He's not even a character. He comes from the Mr. Game & Watch games. From the Game & Watch games. And in them, they had little figures, like little silhouettes that would light up to represent the character being there. So basically, this one would light up, then this one would light up, then this one would light up, then this one would light up. And it kind of looked like he was moving. Even though he wasn't. Yeah. They were very simple games. Mr. Game & Watch is the one character that doesn't have a specific identity that I can understand being there, because he represents all of the Mr. Game & Watch games, all the Game & Watch games. So I think he represents that very well. Now, Rob. I bet none of you can tell me which game Rob comes from. That's because he doesn't come from one. He is an accessory. It was either the NES or the SNES, but he was an accessory. Like, you got like this Rob figurine, and he would be used to play a game. I have no clue how it would work, but that's what happened. Rob since has appeared in a few video games. For example, he's appeared in Mario Kart as a racer. In Star Fox, the robot they have fixing the ship is known as Rob. Not the same Rob, but it's still a reference. And he appeared in Brawl. Rob fits in the game. It doesn't make any sense, but he fits. He's a very good character for the game. Now, there's one other character like that I've heard of, called Discoon, which was for the Famicom Disk System or something. And Discoon was this little orange puzzle piece type being creature. I heard of him. I don't know. Yeah, but since Rob and Mr. Game & Watch don't come from any... Rob doesn't come from a game, and Mr. Game & Watch doesn't come from, like, a very populated game, I can't tell you about any characters I expect to come from their games, because I don't think any will, because they don't come from those types of games. Now, let's go on to Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has had a stage represented in Brawl, so it did have some representation, and I thought a stage would have been good enough, but then they decided to add the villager. They've confirmed him for the newest game. And I already explained to you, I thought it was a little weird, but I thought it could work. One character that people have been asking or wanting to see in a Smash Bros. Game is Tom Nook. Tom Nook is the salesman. And since he is in the town all the time, I kind of expected if they were going to add an Animal Crossing character, it would be Tom Nook. But it wasn't. It was a villager. But Tom Nook, you never know. They might still add him, which would be weird, because they already got one Animal Crossing character, and Animal Crossing does not belong to be involved in that game. And then, the Wii Fit Trainer. I've discussed her. The Wii Fit Trainer, of course, is this girl trainer from Wii Fit who tells you how to do stuff, but she's more of a silhouette, more of a filler, because she's not, I don't consider her a real character. She's more of a silhouette there. So I think it's one of the weirdest choices I've ever picked. Now, one of the coolest choices they could pick from a Wii brand game is the Mii. The Mii would be fantastic. How would it work? I don't know. Maybe it would have its own unique attacks. Maybe it'd be a copy off of another character. Maybe you could have like Donkey Kong's huge body like in a silhouetted color, but then you'd have the Mii's head on top of that body, and you'd be fighting against Donkey Kong, but you'd still be the Mii. That'd be hilarious. I think it'd be really cool if they added some sort of Mii support for the Smash Bros. Game. I think that'd be very interesting. Now, one game that doesn't have a character in it, but I would like to, is Custom Robo. Ray Mach 2 actually appeared in Brawl as an assist trophy. He's this little tiny thing that comes out and starts shooting missiles at people, and he's tiny. He's like really tiny. But if they enlarged him, he would fit really well as a Brawl fighter, and he'd represent Custom Robo. Like, maybe not Ray Mach 2, but one of the Ray series robots, because the Rays are the ones used by the hero. The hero always uses the Rays. Yeah. Then one that I was looking up other people's ideas, and one that now I think would fit really well. Little Mac from Punch-Out. Little Mac, because they're trying to introduce some retro characters. Little Mac has appeared in a Wii game, but he originally came from an SNES game, I believe, where it was a boxing game, and he was brought back for the Wii. Now, hopefully, we'll see him in Smash Bros. Because he would work well too. In fact, I think he's even an assist trophy. He's an assist trophy. He's that little boxer guy that's like, yeah, that's him. And let's face it, Nintendo has so many different series to use. There's Mach Rider, Balloon Fighter, Wars, Brain Age, Golden Sun, Sin and Punishment. And so much more. They have so many games that I could not predict what would come out of one. I can't. There's so many different choices. There's so many different choices. I mean, I'd like to see Little Mac in there. Ray 01 or Ray Mach or whatever he is. I did not just... Okay, good. I thought I clicked the dog head. A Mii. Like, there's so many different series that they've not represented in Smash Bros. But they could. There's so many. So, once again, this has been a short video, but once again, if you have any opinions about what I'm saying, please post them below. Tell me which characters you want to see. Because I want to see certain characters, but you might not want to see those characters. You might want to see some other characters. Please tell me below. I'm always the type of person to think the more characters, the merrier. I love the Dragon Ball Z series fighting games. Except for Ultimate Tenkaichi, because that one had the worst gameplay I've ever played. But I generally like their series because then they had like 500 different characters at once. It was fantastic. I loved it. That's just me. So thank you for watching. Bye! I don't even have it on the right program. Bye!